A wonderful day to you all, and welcome to the Complete Sports Update. This is the show where the latest and trending stories in the world of sports are brought to you. My name is Aviv Kuranga, and joining me on today's episode is no other than the one and only James Agrebi. Together, we shall be taking you through the rounds as far as sporting stories in today's episode is concerned. Welcome to the show, James, and how are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Aviv. I'm happy to be here again to talk football and other sports.
Absolutely. It's always a good and amazing feeling to be back on the Complete Sports Update. World Football Governing Body, FIFA, have released the latest disciplinary sanctions for the 2026 FIFA World Cup Qualifiers. And in the world of athletics, one of Nigeria's finest athletes in Tobi Amusan won the silver medal in the 100 meters hurdles at the ongoing World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. So welcome back to the show once more, James.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about football first before any other thing. And the FIFA, they've actually released their latest disciplinary sanctions as regards to the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And unfortunately, don't let me say unfortunately right there, because it is more like
unfortunately,
unfortunately anyhow. But South Africa were actually not among those sanctioned, despite fielding ineligible player in Teboho Mokoena in their World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho. And they've actually been so many talks around that with why did FIFA not include South Africa in this list and all of that. So what do you think would be the reason for FIFA not to include the Bafana Bafana in their latest list of sanctioned nations?
Well, when you go through the post, you see that they said the latest, is the current sanction, things that were sanctioned. So I don't think FIFA, they are through with the meting out sanctions to teams who head in the ongoing qualifiers. So I believe that's why we don't have a South Africa in among the teams that we are sanctioned. I went through some posts, people reacting to the posts. So some South Africans, throwing jibes at Nigerians, and Nigerians still reacting. But for me, I just felt they said it's the latest sanction. So there's a possibility that after the qualifiers, they might still come up with, another sanction. That aside, I don't think. You see Nigerians, getting involved, and even some of our ex-internationals talking about the sanction that they should deduct 3 points. And to me, I feel ashamed, because if you check out that group, in terms of achievements, the Super Eagles, as in they are heads and shoulders above the other teams in the group. No disrespect. We only have, apart from the Super Eagles, the only team in that group that have won the AFCON before is South Africa. And the only team that have been to the World, apart from the Super Eagles, that have been to the World Cup, it's also South Africa. Sudan, Benin Republic have never won the AFCON. They've never been to the World Cup. Zimbabwe have never won the AFCON. They've never been to the World Cup. Lesotho. So on paper, you expect the Super Eagles to no disrespect, but to streamroll that group. Now coming out to start haggling about 3 points, they should deduct 3 points and 3 goals and what have you. I think I see it as being desperate now, because they feel they cannot. It's so difficult now. The chances are very slim. South Africa doesn't look like a team that will draw points. It's like they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. If they had lost to the Super Eagles in the last window, I think that would have made the group wide open. But they were able to hold on to. They know that the draw will still be enough for them, and they got it. So for me, I'm not really into this point deduction thing. To me, we shouldn't be doing that. We should be bigger than. You have to show work. If you have to show what you can do on the pitch. South Africa have been doing it on the pitch. So why try to now, because the Super Eagles have performed so woefully in these qualifiers, and now you are waiting for FIFA to deduct 1 point then, so that you now come. It's insulting. I've watched a lot of Super Eagles qualifiers in the past. And I know what Super Eagles used to do in the qualifier, but this current Super Eagles, if it's based on what they've done on the pitch, if it's based on what we've seen, I don't think they deserve to be at the World Cup.
That's actually very, very deep right there. So, let's talk about FIFA, the way it's actually looking.
Yeah.
It seems as though that they might not even, deduct these points from the South Africans right there, because we've actually seen some instances where nations fielding eligible player, they were not actually, sanctioned in terms of deducting their points as against to that. Instead they were just giving them fines and all of that. I think it happened with Gabon in the 2018 World Cup qualifiers, where Gabon actually fielded an ineligible player against Ivory Coast, where they won 2-0. And when FIFA were done with the investigation, they actually fined them. And now looking at the one that happened with Nigeria in the same World Cup qualifiers, I think that was the Shehu Abdullahi's issue against Algeria and all of that, but they still deducted Nigeria, 3 points and all of that. So in this situation, where do you think FIFA could actually punish the Bafana Bafana as regards to Mokoena being used in the game against Lesotho?
The argument there is a complaint was not made like 24 hours, because according to the rules, the complaint must be made 24 hours, after the game or something like that. And they are arguing that wasn't made, and so there's no way they should be sanctioned, But let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's wait after the qualifiers, then we'll know. I don't know why people are just rushing at the most, even if they deduct points from South Africa. And at the end of the day, they are still going to be ahead of the Super Eagles, because head-to-head we are balanced, and they have superior goals ahead of the Super Eagles. So why are Nigerians so eager about this point stuff? We should just accept the fact, like I said, we should just accept the fact that we've been so appalling in these qualifiers. They've been up and running, even when in the initial stage when they lost to Rwanda, they were still able to pick up. So what did Super Eagles do? You drew against Lesotho, you drew against Zimbabwe, one of the whipping teams in the group. You couldn't beat South Africa here. You lost to Benin Republic in Cote d'Ivoire, in a stadium that you played at the AFCON and got to the final. So for me, FIFA, let's just wait, and FIFA, I believe that they are not done with sanctions. So people should just relax and let's see what happens. For me, I don't have I'm not into this point stuff. I'm just so sad that the Super Eagles have been so poor. I've never seen a very poor Super Eagles. I've been following the qualifier. I've never seen a Super Eagles this poor in the qualifier, especially in the group where you have minutes in this group. Forget the fact that we have minutes. On paper, I expect the Super Eagles to do well, but they've been so shambolic, and they should just accept whatever outcome in this World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, absolutely. We should just just accept any outcome right there. Just looking at the situation when South Africa actually, realized that they fielded an ineligible player. I think that player in question was not used in the game against Benin Republic to show it that they are aware and all this and that. But according to they used to say in law, they used to say an ignorantum non excusat, and an ignorance of the law is definitely not an excuse. So if you do something against the law, you should definitely be expecting the maximum punishment as regards to that angle. So let's talk about the World Athletics Championship. The Nigerians, one of Nigerians' finest actually, Tobi Amusan, won the silver medal in the 100 meters hurdles, and this lady has actually been one of the few athletes that have been flying the flag of Nigeria, both in the Olympics as well as the World Athletics. So what say you about the great lady right there?
Yeah, a good one for her. I think one good thing I love about this Amusan issue is, before the tournament, the event started, she had this issue with kits and stuff that maybe they brought some substandard stuff, and I know she was still able to go out there and prove her worth, And if you check out the race, she didn't start well, but she was able to to build and came second, So very good one for her. I don't know if the other athletes, if they stand a chance to, or she's just our brightest person that can give us a medal, because the other athletes, they've not really been doing well. I don't even think we will partake in the release too, So good one for her. She's proven that, when she won that world record, and there was time she dipped, then she now came back. That goes to show you the kind of person she is. So it's a great one for her. It's a good one that at least we were able to register a medal and in this current world championship. And congratulations to her. And it's so sad again that somebody like Ophili, somebody that would have, had somebody who still bank on to do something for us. Unfortunately, she should not be doing it for Turkey. Our loss there again. So it's just a big lesson to us that we have the athletes, but as long as you don't take care of them, as long as you don't be surprised, you might be surprised one day. Even Amusan, because she has been doing this for Nigeria, doesn't mean she cannot switch. If the frustration becomes unbearable, I mean, we've seen athletes who done the call of Nigeria. At the end of the day, they switched to other nationals. Francis Obikole did it from Nigeria to Portugal. He won a silver in Athens 2004. Gloria Alozie won silver for Nigeria at the Sydney Olympics. She switched to Spain. So who says Amusan, the time will come that she might just had enough. So we just have to do better. We can't keep losing our top athletes. We have people who can hold their own against the best in the world, but
absolutely,
it depends on how you handle your own stars. So congratulations to her once again, and I hope that other athletes will emulate her and go on and do something great for the country.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations to Tobi Amusan. We do hope that other Nigerian athletes will do extremely well as regards to their categories in the World Athletics Championships. Thank you very much for the wonderful and insightful analysis as always on Complete Sports Updates.
Thank you very much,
viewers, this is where we're wrapping things up as far as proceedings in today's episode is concerned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, as well as comment as far as this show is concerned. Do take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.